Hello everybody, it's Robert Trout, September 20th, 2025, and as promised, I'm going to go through the Tetramorium colonies that I have, starting with this first one. This is the original container that I put the small lump of soil which contained the queen in her founding colony originally about 5 seasons ago, and I also attached a brood chamber to the side when they started out growing it. I know it looks like it's a fairly large container, but there is a piece of 2x4 right in the center, and that sort of limited the amount of space they actually had to dig in there. And as you can see, they've been excavating. But I've got it connected to this second chamber, which was the next one I added on when they sort of got too big to be taking the lid off to feed them. I made this feeding station for them. There's water and sugar water in these tubes here, and as you can see, they've sort of decided to accumulate some garbage in there, and I'll have to clean that out. This type of lid, if I lift that off, they'll all be heading to the top. So I just use a paintbrush and put about a 1/2-inch rim of heavy mineral oil in there as soon as I take the lid off, and that'll give me lots of time to vacuum that out. And I've got them connected together with tubing to this third chamber, which has a great big rock in the middle of it, and I sort of leave it open at the back where the sun warms it up, and they use it sort of for incubating their pupa and generally hanging out. And then this last chamber that they're connected to is their feeding chamber. That I showed the construction of this type of thing in an earlier video. There you can see how it works in action. The lid itself is sort of like a double, and I hope you can see that. It sort of has a doubles back on itself, and basically makes it impossible for the ants to climb. You can see them trying it there, but they just can't make that corner. And that's beautiful because I can take that lid off there and feed them on top of that rock with no worries of escapes and all that kind of thing. There's a second one here that's for colony number 2. I have them both together so that it makes the feeding so much easier. Just have them both right side by side. I can feed these guys in no time flat, and they're connected to, again, a feeding chamber. And we're going sort of backwards on this one because I actually started with the founding colony that's way at the far end there, that smaller one. But anyways, let's continue. So they've got water and sugar water in this one, and you can see they've also decided there's going to be a place where they put their dead ants and that sort of thing, which is kind of nice because I can vacuum them up out of there with the rest of their garbage and that. And this is their sort of incubation sort of chamber here. Again, it's got the big rock in the center, and they've done all their excavating and everything in there, and they've got spots where they put their pupa and whatnot, and everybody's getting warm in there. This is more of a larva chamber, I think. It's I've got it that one's shaded so that it does stay cooler. And this was the original founding chamber where I put this Queen 8. I found her, and she originally started in that chamber and then has increased to, I think roughly these 2 colonies are about the same size. I have no idea how many ants, maybe 3,000, I don't know, but there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of activity. You can see that it's entertaining, if nothing else, to watch them going through the tubing. But I will say the colony that has the longest length to go has been the least trouble as far as trying to escape. maybe they just are busy enough traveling from chamber to chamber that they're satisfied. These guys, I think, could probably use a little more tubing just to give them the exercise, if nothing else. My third colony is right down here. Used to call them my extra large Tetramorium colony because they had some fairly large workers, but as you can kind of see, they've dwindled to now sort of that extra small colony. They seem to have suffered a series of setbacks, and they keep coming back. They're on about their third comeback now, I think, and maybe that's all right because it's a limited sized formicarium I've got them in, and they don't really have a whole lot of room to expand. I don't really want them to. I sort of like having just a nice small colony in there that's easy to look after, and they'll probably take up the winter on the plant stand again. So those are my Tetramorium colonies. I welcome your comments, and hope you've enjoyed seeing them, and stay tuned because we've got a lot of other colonies to talk about. If you're interested in this kind of detailed description, just let me know, because there's a lot of interesting observations and that sort of thing that I can offer, and perhaps you can offer me some as well if you've got some ideas. I'd like to hear them. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.